You clicked on the video because you're fat. You're probably overweight, you probably hate the way you look, you're probably embarrassed to take off your shirt in public, and you're probably covering up your stomach whenever you're sitting down because of your rolls on your stomach, right? I know all those things because I used to be there. I used to be just like you. I used to be overweight and I used to completely hate the way I look. I would look in the mirror and literally hate the person that I saw because I know that what I'm seeing is my fault, 100% my fault. I know how bad it feels, especially I know how bad it feels to hate yourself because of the way you look. And that's why I want to help you change that. I want to help you get in shape. I want to help you lose fat and finally feel good about yourself. So in this video, I'm going to tell you step by step what to do to actually lose the weight. And I'm going to give you valuable tips how to make it easier. And I'm gonna make the entire video no bullshit. So I'm not gonna bore you with all the scientific stuff because that doesn't matter. I'm just gonna tell you step by step what to do, like actionable advice that you can start implementing today or tomorrow. But I'd say do today so you can see the results way faster. Okay, so the first thing I just want to say that you don't need no crazy diet. You don't need to be on keto, carnivore, or I don't know, low fat, low carb, low protein. Low protein makes no sense, but you get me. You don't need a special diet because all of those diets are just a vehicle to a calorie deficit. And yes, I know you probably heard it many times. If you're interested in this topic, a calorie deficit is what you need to lose body fat. There is no other way to lose fat from your body than to be in a calorie deficit. And being in a calorie deficit is pretty much just eating less than your body needs to exist. So you have a number of calories that your body uses every single day to just function, to walk around, to keep your organs working. And I'm gonna help you find this number of calories so you know your starting point, and that's what we're gonna do exactly right now. So I need you to open up Google or take your phone out and literally do this as you're watching the video, but like actually do this, okay? Take your phone and put in Google calorie calculator. And I have my screen right here, so that's what I'm gonna be looking here. So you have a calorie calculator and now you wanna fill everything out, okay? So I'm gonna put my details so you can see what it is for me, but you would put your details in. So I'm 175 centimeters and I am around 70 kgs right now. Of course, you can use pounds. That's gonna be easier for you, but I'm from Europe, so that's what I'm gonna be using. And now activity, you wanna be honest here with yourself. You don't wanna put in that you're active if you're clearly not active. So put whatever it is for you. I am going to put active because I do work out around 5 times a week. And then once you have everything filled out, you press calculate, and as you can see, you're gonna get a number, okay? And you just wanna take the maintenance number. You don't wanna worry about the cutting number or the bulking number. You just wanna have the maintenance calories number, okay? This is your starting point, so write it down somewhere because this number is very important for now. Okay, now the second step is you need a kitchen scale. I'm gonna show you my kitchen scale because I have one. So my one is very dirty, I am not going to lie, but this is a kitchen scale. It is very, very cheap, and literally go buy it right now, go order it off of Amazon because you're gonna be using this every single day. And this thing and a couple more, but this thing will get you shredded. It will get you in shape, it will get you six pack, Tinder matches, whatever it is that you want. This thing will get you the results that you need. Cool, so you know that you need kitchen scale, you have the number of calories. Next thing you need is, again, take your phone out. You need an app to track calories, okay? And I do suggest MyFitnessPal. There's a lot that you can use, but I have used MyFitnessPal for I've always used MyFitnessPal, and I know that a lot of professional bodybuilders use it. It's very easy to get a hang of it. So pause the video right now, okay? Literally press space, pause the video, go into App Store or Google Play or whatever you're using, type in MyFitnessPal, download the app, and set up an account, okay? This is going to take you 2 minutes. So pause the freaking video and do it right now, okay? I'm gonna fucking wait for you on this one. And look, to the people that actually pause the video and install the app, good for you, man. I believe that you're gonna make progress. But to the people that have not done it and said to themselves, oh, I'm gonna do it a little later, because I know some of y'all, that's what some of y'all have done. Listen, you probably can click off the video right now, because if taking out your phone and spending 2 minutes to download an app that can literally change your life is too much, then I don't see you tracking calories. I don't see you going to the gym, getting your steps in. I don't see you taking care of your body. If 2 minutes is too much time for you to invest, then brother, click off the video. You're not gonna make any progress. You're probably gonna get fatter, and you're probably gonna hate yourself even more. Like, you literally couldn't pause a video and install an app. I did not make you go to the gym, go for a run. I didn't make you put on shoes or fucking gym clothes, anything. I didn't make you spend money. I told you to take out your phone and install an app. If you didn't do it, click off the video. You don't deserve to be in shape. And for the ones that did install the app, cool. You got the app, you got the number of calories, and you got a kitchen scale. Next step is pretty simple. You're gonna weigh yourself every single day, eating the amount of calories that you got, the number that you got from the calculator. You're gonna eat this number of calories every single day, and then you're gonna weigh yourself every single day after using the bathroom every single morning with no food, no water. Just literally, you wake up, you go to the bathroom, and the first thing you do, you weigh yourself. And you're gonna be doing this because you wanna find the exact number of your maintenance calories. The one you got online is a rough estimate. You want the exact number. So you weigh yourself every single day and you put the number, your weight, into your notes app, for example, okay? And the goal is to have your weight stay the same. So if your weight is slowly going down, you're probably excited because you're losing weight, but you want to increase the calories a little bit. So to the number that you got, probably add around 100, maybe 200, and then keep weighing yourself again. And if your weight is going up, you do the opposite. So you subtract 100 or 200 calories. And you keep doing this until your weight stays the same, because that means you have found your exact maintenance calories. And that is the goal. That's what you want to do. And now you have this number. Great. You subtract 300 calories off of this. This puts you in a slight calorie deficit, and that makes you lose weight. So let's say the number that you got was 2,500. And this is the exact number that you need to maintain your weight. You subtract 300 calories, 2,200. Cool. You keep eating 2,200 and you're gonna lose freaking weight. And you keep eating 2,200 until your weight stay the same again. Because, you know, your body will get smaller. You're gonna be a smaller human being. So like, you're gonna burn less calories overall. So once you stop losing weight, you subtract 100 more, or you add some cardio in, but we're gonna talk about this in a second. But for now, if you're actually fat, you're probably overweight, you're gonna be losing a lot of weight for a long period of time if you just subtract 300 calories and you keep eating this number. Now, when it comes to protein, you can see how much protein you're eating whenever you're tracking calories in the app. You wanna have at least a gram of protein per pound of body weight, okay? If you weigh 150 pounds, 150 grams of protein, that's gonna be golden. It's gonna make sure that you build muscle and you keep muscle whenever you're losing weight. So yeah, 1 gram per pound of protein, pretty damn simple. You don't need to worry about fats because you'll naturally get enough fat through your diet. You just don't want to focus on having low fat, okay? Because you need your hormones in check. You need everything working. I'm not gonna say what, because I don't want YouTube to restrict my video, but everything is gonna be working fine if you just don't worry about cutting out fats. You just eat whatever. And then when it comes to carbs, you have a big loaded with carbs meal before your workout to fuel it, but don't worry about it that much. Worry about calories and worry about protein for now. We want to get you just losing weight and not being overweight. Cool. Now I'm gonna give you a couple quick tips that can actually make your calorie deficit a little bit easier, because you've probably never done it, or you tried and you failed because you're still fat and you're watching this video. So a couple quick tips that will help you stick to a calorie deficit and see results and get the body that you want and lose the freaking fat off your stomach, bro. I know that's what you want, because that's what I wanted for the longest time. And once you get it, brother, there is no better feeling. And there's no better feeling than stepping on a weight, seeing the number go down, looking in the mirror and just seeing everything shrink, bro. That is a crazy feeling. And let me tell you, when you see abs for the first time in your life, I remember this day. I look in the mirror and I look at my stomach after being overweight, and I'm like, bro, is that like a square? Is that a muscle? That was one of the best moments of my entire life, because every guy wants to have a six-pack. This is every guy's dream, to have a six-pack. And once I saw that this was possible, like for a while I was just thinking, I don't have ab muscles. I must not have ab muscles because I would already see them. And I lost 40 pounds overall in 6 months. And it took me over like 25 pounds to actually see some ab definition. So if you're not seeing it, if you're losing weight but you're not seeing abs yet, just keep going, bro. The stomach is the last place to lose the fat. So you just gotta be patient, consistent, and disciplined, bro. But with that said, let's get to the first tip to make calorie deficit a little bit easier. You wanna delay your breakfast, okay? This is called intermittent fasting. I'm not gonna go into why this works, because this is a lot of scientific bullshit that I said I'm not gonna talk about. You want actionable steps, okay? When you wake up, you're not gonna be as hungry as if you ate your first meal, okay? When you eat your first meal, you're gonna feel hunger in a couple of hours, okay? But when you wake up, you can actually stay without eating and not feeling hungry for a longer period of time than if you ate something, okay? So let's say you have 2200 calories, that is going to be our example. The later you start eating, the less calories you're gonna consume. So for example, whenever I'm cutting, I always have my first meal at 12 p.m. and then I have one at 5 p.m. and then before I go to sleep. So I have 3 average meals, but I can do that no matter what time I wake up. If I wake up at 6 a.m., I'm still gonna eat at 12. If I wake up at 10, I'm still gonna eat at 12. And that makes sure that I always have 3 meals at the same time. And my body learned this, so I never feel hungry in the morning. Now imagine I wake up at 6 and I have my first meal at 8. I feel hungry by 12, and then I feel hungry by 5, and then before I go to sleep, and that makes 4 meals, and that adds up in calories. Now you can have just smaller meals, so you have more meals with less calories, but you have to try what works for you. The number of meals doesn't really matter. You can have 2 big meals, you can have, well, probably not 1 huge meal because you wouldn't consume all the protein at once, but you can have 5 meals, you can have 3 meals. It doesn't really matter as long as you're hitting your protein and your calorie goals. Now the next thing is that you can manipulate calories, and I have a full video on this, and you can click it after watching this video. So it's right here. Open it up in a new tab, but don't watch it yet. Focus on this one, actually learn what I'm saying, and then when you're done with this one, go and watch the other one. But manipulating calories, pretty much, if you're craving something like, let's say, a pizza, you have to put it inside your diet, because the craving is going to catch up, and then you're going to binge eat, and then you're going to fuck up your goals, and then you're going to be like, oh, I'm a loser because I can't stick to a diet, and you're like, oh, I'm just going to give up because I failed one time, and you're going to go all in and you're going to get fat again, and that's not what you want to do. So if you're craving a pizza, this craving is going to fucking follow you for a while, bro, let me tell you. So it's easier to manipulate, let's say, 3 days of your diet when you eat less, and that way on the 4th day you can actually allow yourself to have a pizza. So instead of eating 2200, maybe you eat 1900 for 3 days, and that gives you a couple hundred calories more on the next day. You eat a pizza, you kill the craving, and you're good to go, and you didn't cheat on your diet, and you had a pizza, and you're happy, you're losing weight, and you ate the pizza, bro, and everyone's happy. But again, I do explain this in another video, so check it out after finishing this one. Next one, if you're someone that is really just starving and hungry because you're naturally very hungry, there is a quick tip that I didn't know about when I was cutting the first time, but then I learned about it, and it actually made a difference on my second cut. Cut is pretty much being in a calorie deficit, just losing weight. This is what you call cutting, okay? So the second tip, I have it right here, is just having a huge bottle of water somewhere, and you fill this up, okay? This is 2 liters. And before every single meal, you open this up and you go, blah, 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 and you drink at least a glass. You know, if you drink 2 glasses before you eat, that's gonna pre-fill your stomach so that it's already filled with something. So when you start eating, you have less space in your stomach to fill out, and that's gonna make you feel fuller whenever you're actually done with the meal. You get what I'm saying? I think you get what I'm saying. This is a quick tip. It's really easy, but you just wouldn't think about it. So try it out. on your next meal, and you're gonna actually see that it works. Now the next tool that you can use is a Satiety Index. I'm gonna link it down below. I'm gonna actually put it on screen right now for you right here. So this is a Satiety Index, and as you can see, boiled potatoes is they're like the most satiating, I think that's how you say it. It keeps you full for the longest amount of time, okay? So you can use this tool to actually know what to buy, to know what keeps you full for longer. So boiled potatoes are gonna keep you full for the longest amount of time. I think fish is pretty high up there, and you can see rice is pretty high, and brown rice, brown pasta, they're gonna keep you full for longer than, for example, a bag of sweets or a bag of crisps. So you can use this tool to make it a little bit easier again if you are someone that feels hungry a lot whenever they're cutting. And now quickly, I want to talk about cardio. Now, whenever I lost 40 pounds, I pretty much didn't do any cardio. I barely even got steps in because I just didn't really feel hungry. I was cutting, I remember my lowest calories were 2000, so I was pretty good on calories. I didn't feel hungry. I didn't need to do cardio. But for example, now I'm doing a lot of cardio because it's better to eat more and do more cardio than just don't do any cardio and eat less. First of all, because your heart is a muscle, you have to train your heart. This is just gonna make sure that whenever, I don't know, you're with friends and you're going up the second floor, you're not the one that's going, I'm gonna fucking pass out, give me a second, bro. Let me catch a breath. This is just embarrassing. You wanna be a man. A man shouldn't be a fucking loser, a fat, panting loser that's bound to pass out. So do cardio to pretty much not be the embarrassing one. That's the first thing. The second thing, when you eat more, you naturally have more energy because the calories are giving you energy. So if you eat more, you're gonna have more energy. Thus, you're gonna have a better workout. You're gonna build more muscle. You're actually gonna fuel your body to build muscle. So it's better to add cardio in than subtract the calories, because if you keep subtracting calories, there's going to be a point where, first of all, your hormones are going to be crashing. You're going to have no energy. You're not going to be, how do I say, you're not going to be excited to see a pretty girl, okay, if you know what I mean. And you're just not going to have energy to go and hit your workout. You're not going to have energy to work. You're going to have a lot of brain fog. So trust me, it is better to up the cardio or just implement cardio than it is to keep subtracting calories, okay? So when it comes to cardio, what I suggest is the easiest thing to do is 10K steps a day. So if you're overweight, like really overweight, just start with 5K steps. You're probably not doing that many steps a day. And because you're like heavier, you're gonna burn a little more calories, but slowly keep increasing until you get 10K steps every single day. This should be like, in a couple of months, this should be your minimum. Then you can think about increasing to 11, 12, 13, 14, maybe 15,000 every single day. That's what I'm doing right now because yes, I am cutting because I'm going on holidays pretty soon. So I want to be looking diced. I want to be looking sexy. So I am on 15,000 steps every single day. But other than that, I'm not doing any cardio in the gym. I used to do Stairmaster for 30 minutes, pretty much every single workout, after every single workout, but I would feel exhausted, like exhausted. I wouldn't have energy to have a workout, so I'd build less muscle. I wouldn't progress in the gym, and I could just see everything slowing down. So I removed the Stairmaster and I stuck to 15K steps, and I feel great. I have a lot of energy. I'm losing fat. I'm seeing more ab definition. Everything is working. Cool. So I think we covered pretty much everything when it comes to losing fat. I think you know the basics. You know what to do right after watching this video. Probably go for a damn walk, okay? But yeah, I'm not gonna go over everything we've done. If you want that, just rewatch the video. But with that said, I do have something free for you that you can use that's gonna probably help you a little bit get in the best shape of your life a little bit quicker, a little bit easier. The second link down below is 30 ways in 30 days to help you get in the best shape of your life. You're gonna get an actually valuable tip, an email every single day. It literally takes you 2 minutes to read. You can do it sitting on a toilet or on your walk, whenever you want. It's gonna take you 2 minutes, and it's actually gonna make it so much easier. Trust me, people are loving it. I'm not gonna be humble here. People are loving it. I didn't think people are gonna love it this much. especially because it's free and it gives you so much value. And the second thing, if you want to work directly with me so we can get you looking diced, looking sexy, and actually liking the way you look, you can check out the first link. I'm gonna quickly just tell you what it has. It has over 50 step-by-step modules that explain every single day. Everything that I explain here, it's gonna pretty much teach you step by step. So counting calories, teach you step by step what protein is, what carbs, everything, the mindset, literally everything. Okay, it gives you private access to me, private community full of people like me. I think 7 tools, 4 ebooks, 2 cookbooks, brother. It's just got everything you need to get in the best shape of your life. And I know what I'm talking about because I used to look like this. Now I look like this. This shit works. This shit changes your life. And I made this because I want to change your life. And I think you can see I want to change your life because of how passionate I am about this, because I know this shit changes your life. And it's not only the body. You get so much more than just the body. And I actually have a video about what you get, because it's not only the body that you're after. So if you want to check it out, the video is going to be right here. You can subscribe to my channel right here. And with that said, I hope to see you on the next video. And I hope that you're going to comment that you made some damn progress, because brother, I am rooting for you.